17-20% of the fleet would be PBS approved at this point in time, and that exceeds every expectations what we had originally when the scheme started.
We're here at the Truck Show 2023 with Les Bruzsa. How have you been at the moment?
I'm tired. Yeah, I love the truck show and very excited to be here again. But it's a good opportunity to meet people and from the industry and all different sectors. So,
what's the most exciting thing that you've seen at the Truck Show?
Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to look around, but I know that a number of my PBS babies are on display. So you will see a number of split axle groups, trailers with split axle groups, and also our newest is the double stacked container carrier, which is on display outside of the building.
You're supposed to say Evan's your favourite thing to see at the truck show.
What would you say are probably some of the bigger roadblocks that you're sort of facing in regards to the heavy vehicle industry at the moment that you want to see change to happen?
There are a couple of elements. So obviously, in terms of operating a heavy vehicle, we have significant issues with our regulations. So considering the current design rules and all those current mass limits which apply for heavy vehicles, that's a significant issue, and it is as important as the regulations. That's access, and obviously this is not the major forum for those people who are making access decisions. But if you talk to operators who are here, they are all raising heavy vehicle access as their biggest problem to operate more efficient and safer vehicles.
There's some interesting projects that NHVR is working on at the moment that are looking to clear things up.
Obviously, we are managing the PBS scheme in Australia, and that's growing significantly. PBS vehicles are on average 60% safer than the prescriptive fleet, and probably 30-40% more productive. So if we can get more of those on the road, these vehicles will be delivering significant safety, productivity, and environmental benefits to the country. So PBS is one, but we are involved in a number of research projects through the Heavy Vehicle Safety Initiative programs, and this program is really good to provide an opportunity to research areas which are important for the industry in general, and that could be pavement research or researching the coupling strength of heavy vehicles.
Nice. So how has PBS been progressing in the last few years?
So it's growing significantly. We passed 17,000 PBS combinations on our books, which is significant. It would mean that roughly 17-20% of the fleet would be PBS approved at this point in time, and that exceeds every expectations what we had originally when the scheme started.
What are some of the roadblocks to getting PBS vehicles on the road at the moment?
So obviously a PBS is very, very complex and technically complex. So there is a lack of knowledge, not just within the regulatory frameworks, but also within the industry, and therefore more education is needed to train up people who would like to operate PBS vehicles on the road, and to explain what the process is, how they can get a PBS vehicle, and what are the steps in the approval process.
Yeah. I'm aware you guys have a few things that are helping make better access decisions. What sort of available resources have you guys got at the moment to help road managers?
So obviously within the NHVR, access decisions are outside of our responsibility, but what we are trying to do, we are trying to provide more information to road managers to be able to make an informed decision. Obviously, that's very difficult when you have very complex, technically challenging assessments what they have to do in terms of their infrastructure. So we have developed a number of guidelines what they can use in order to estimate the impacts of those vehicles on the infrastructure. We are also developing some software tools which will be released hopefully within a few months, which will be available for the road managers to assess the impacts of these vehicles, assessing what sort of requirements they need, what sort of operational conditions they would need to put in before an approval is given for their operation.
So recently you guys approved generic tyres as part of the PBS scheme.
Yeah.
How has that been received, and what benefits can industry look forward to with that being over the line now?
I think this is one of the most fundamental and major reform within PBS since the scheme was introduced 15 years ago. Previously, for all PBS operators had to follow certain requirements in terms of what sort of tire choices they have for their vehicle, and each of the PBS vehicles were approved with a set of tires in terms of makes and models. The generic tire system moves away from that, and we are specifying only tire sizes, load ratings, and tire configuration being single or double or dual. That means that there is a significant operational flexibility, what operators can follow now, and then increases their choices in terms of what are the available tire options for their previous combination.
Awesome. That sounds like a good win for NHVR at the moment. Got a friend coming through. We appreciate all the work you've been doing for the industry. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.